Well, I hope we're having a holly jolly Christmas. It's Christmas Eve, and you know what that means. Here on the Moviecast, we're going to watch a non-ironic Christmas movie, one that is well known and beloved by many, a 1996 American Christmas family comedy film directed by Brian Levant. Levant? He also directed Beethoven, The Flintstones Viva Rock Vegas, Snow Dogs, and Are We There Yet? Yeah, it's Jingle All the Way. This is the first Arnie movie, and what a great time to have Schwarzenegger grace us here on the Moviecast. This, of course, also has Sinbad, and we love Sinbad as a 90s icon, as well as Phil fucking Hartman, a true legend in the game, making this one of the best films of 1996 and the 90s and of all time, period. That's it, period. This film also stars Rita Wilson, Anakin Skywalker himself, Jake Lloyd, Robert Conrad, Martin Mull, Jim Belushi, Lorraine Newman, Harvey Korman, Richard Mall, Curtis Booger Armstrong, Danny Woodburn, Vern Troyer, The Big Show, Paul White, Phil Morris, and Chris Parnell. What a stacked cast, especially considering all those other people went on to have illustrious careers post 1996 and into today. The movie was a hit on a budget of 60 to 75 million, raked in 129.8. I bought the Blu-ray, the Super Family Fun Edition, I think it was called, and it is apparently the director's extended cut, so it'll have extra footage here. So depending on where you're watching it, the audio may not sync up perfectly, but that's cool. I think you can still figure out what I'm talking about based on me talking about it, unless I get entranced and just watch for a while, which some of the better films on this movie cast have made me do. This one, of course, I've seen before, so we won't have the same issue of me kind of decoding the plot, figuring out the characters, and I'll watch for all the standard things, all the standard transfer and shooting location, etc., etc. Of course, listening to the dialogue, reading the dialogue, and judging it heavily. But it's Christmas Eve, so why don't you have a cocktail with me, whatever you prefer, and maybe light up a joint or take an edible. I've done the latter. And let's dig in and have a uproariously hilarious good time. Title track is pulled up and scrubbed all the way back, so let's do our little countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Fox should be drumming in your ears. Now Disney. Good to get this film on whatever hard media you can before Disney edits it, assuming they already haven't. Production company 1492. Haven't seen them a lot, have we? And we're coming in hot. Already the transfer looks fantastic. Would totally buy this again on 4K when it's released. I'm sure it will be. I know James Cameron's just getting around to releasing some of his movies, including True Lies, on 4K. Long awaited Arnold legendary classic. So Turbo Man's a bit of a Power Rangers, Spaceman Spiff, Buck Rogers type. Ugh. He's got a zit or something under his mustache or some food on the corner of his mouth there. That's how good this transfer quality is. Yay, Arnold. I've generally avoided some of the most common, biggest named 90s movies just as I wanted this movie cast to evolve. I wanted some practice as I search in vain for a co-host. But felt like I needed to do a true Christmas classic, and this was one that was a sleepover classic. There he is, Anakin. This kid has had a bit of a maligned uh, history post childhood acting, thus the curse. But we wish him well and tell him we loved him as Anakin. Because ultimately, those prequels aren't so bad. Stay tuned on the movie cast for the long Star Wars super fest that we will do. Look at that 90s hair she's rocking. Mrs. Tom Hanks. Yay, Phil. Oh, that shrimp looks a little spoiled, huh? Okay, so important plot point. He's a mattress salesman. Does he own the company? He's a workaholic. I like to work. Why is he buying that on Christmas Eve or whatever? What? The fabric is too dark. You cover the fabric with a sheet, Braj. Sounds like he's doing terrible at business. Arnold's acting skills are, limited. We're fine with that. But my God, does he overcome it with charisma, handsomeness, odd physical size that's always off putting? Like he's a huge, huge gorilla of a man, right? And you can't take him seriously as the average Joe, which he always tries to play. Steal the film from us, Phil. Phil and Sinbad also in a great movie around this time called House Guest. Stay tuned for that. Mm. All the fucking suburban women are into him. Mm-mm-mm. Don't do it, Arnie. Don't do it. He looks great when he gets intense, though, doesn't he? Karma, baby. Now, I only wish there were cops stationed in traffic to do that. Must suck to be a bike cop in the cold, huffing fucking fumes. Well, it should be. Better comply, Arnie. It's a cop. He's about to shoot you. Cul-de-sac living. Prime suburban life. There's that 90s Tahoe. Or whatever GMC version. Gargoyle. Invasive neighbor. How aggravating. He's pretty nice, though. Nice little Christmas tree. And yeah, I guess he owns the mattress store, right? Purple belt is second to black belt, right? It's a little advanced for him. Or is it brown belt? Arnold Schwarzenegger knew Bruce Lee, didn't he? Wasn't it Arnold who got Bruce Lee into weightlifting for strength? I may be conflating stories. Damn, kid can really draw well. Get that kid in art school, bro. Okay, thank you. Well, your mom ain't working. Okay, maybe if your mom worked a little, we could trade off. I have to support this lavish lifestyle we live here in the suburbs. Saint Nicholas. Dad, you're scaring me. Bribed, bribed his own child. This movie has the same energy as a liar, liar, doesn't it? Olympics shout out. I remember the Atlanta Olympics. Rita looking racked in this. Is that the best bed he sells? Because, you know, he is a mattress salesman. Oh, Arnie. God, I loved Arnold and still do. He really was a inspiring actor. Do whatever I want. Ugh, sounds tedious, son. Turbo Man is analogous to what Tickle Me Elmo and the hysteria it caused. Beanie Babies. I don't know what else was a big toy craze. I mean, in the 80s, where I was growing up, definitely He-Mans and Thundercats, of which we had a lot. I mean, I don't think they trust him with a reindeer. Next to Prince's estate. Oh, you're choking it. His name's Howitzer. Uh, he does do unctuous well, doesn't he? And Arnold does do eye acting well. Yeah. I mean, yeah, he definitely has a lot of balls talking shit to Howitzer, who is a human, again, behemoth. And seeing this is before the internet. He could have just ordered it way ahead of time. He cut the line. Nobody's saying shit because he's giant. Now they kick his ass out. And he's a disgruntled mailman. Another trope that's since fallen off. As mass shootings are more likely radicalized loner men who aren't employed as UPS officers. Classic Sinbad rant here, right? If you can't tolerate this, don't watch House Guest because it's like this 24/7. Yep, Jinx. Oh, I spitting on him? Oh my God. You can't, you wouldn't be able to do that. Far too calm about that. That man would be dead. Great take. God. Super Mario Brothers 3, maybe? Trying to think of something else that came out that was kind of hard to find. God, how much cocaine are they on at this store? I'm a scary German. Well, I know he's Austrian, but layaway. Rob an old lady. It does have the wacky editing of, similar movies directed by this guy, right? Very quick, very music driven. In fact, the score is really good. Don't, I'm not hating on any of this. This is exactly what I would want as a kid in a big screen adventure. And I think I remember going to see this actually in theaters with the fam. Oh, it's Lisa Simpson. That's a little creepy, isn't it? If you don't believe it, close your eyes, listen to her. I kept it. Well, at least keep it, man. Keep it. That's one thing. Slightly less of a asshole if you at least have a present. I mean, a very fair thing to do. All right, the people behind him would not be that tolerant. They would be honking immediately. I know it's Minnesota and not New York, but I believe all the extras act like it's LA or New York. Nat King Cole, right on schedule. Carols being sung by. No. Gotta censor that line. Everybody knows. It's a good interstitial montage, you know? Juxtaposition of what Arnold's feeling to the calmness of the season. Again, you'd be arrested. You can't do that. You know, you can't freak out like that or destroy property. Cops would be called. Ted, you know, could have any of these other interested housewives, but he has it out for her, doesn't he? Always easy being the slimy slide in. Although you run the risk of this, Rita knows the whole time what's going on and is not into it. Good break of character. Oh, great read by Arnold. And honestly, Arnold's doing a great job, but this cast is so fantastic. You know, he's carried from scene to scene. I remember as a kid not liking Sinbad in this film, partially because he was, you know, against Arnold, but also just didn't like this character. But it keeps Arnold from having to speak at length in any kind of long diatribe. Thanks, Myron. 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 Pulled the race card on him. Yep. Why would he just be shouting that? Advertisement for this GMC Suburban thing he's driving? Ooh, Arnie. My God. My bike. This is the only thing I loved. Yeah, great read by him. Ugh. Hit a little kid, man. It's not looking where he's going. Oh, Mall of America. Must be Minnesota, right? Is this a Tom Petty Christmas song? I'm not aware of this one. Another toy shop owner who really takes his job seriously here. Booster is a tiger. The employees are into it. I mean, why do these minimum wage jockeys give a shit about any of this? I would be so angry having to work. God, I mean, he ate six of them. Now, but why was any of that necessary? People launching themselves. There weren't any balls going that way. Arnold. He's great yelling, isn't he? Big face and his big teeth. Oh my God. Yeah, he maced him. I mean, there's a lot of crimes going unpunished here. Several destruction of properties, assault. And straight into the saber dance. My favorite Christmas music here. Dun 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 dun. Wonderfully directed, honestly. The action here is sublime. Kept alive by a sound design of the bouncing ball. This is my ball. Must have been an ad libbed line because super American, whatever his name was, Howard, is not going to slip into that. He's obviously German or Austrian or something. But let's never mention that or play that into it. Now, is this a little girl or a little boy? I remember wondering because of that haircut. Does not matter either way, but I think at some point Arnold like genders the child, and I remember being like, "Oh, I wasn't sure." I think the other parents would be worried about this giant Austrian playing in the tubes. Okay, yeah, girl. That's it, right? But isn't that a boy's haircut in the 90s? That butt cut? I guess anyone could have the butt cut. Oh, it's good use of the Nutcracker suite, but Boulevard. Sounds like what a pervert would say to me. Ah, the original Bad Santa. Tony was on Seinfeld, for those of you who remember. I got some real cocaine for you. I mean, the fact that Arnold is at all intimidated by him is, it has to be emotional intimidation. And this must be Lou Rawls. Great soundtrack. Buddy the Elf. Those of you who like that film, Elf, do you think it's the best Christmas film? I like it. Don't get me wrong. Particularly one scene. And maybe we'll watch it so I won't divulge that information, but you can guess which one. That's pretty good. The Question King. Jingle Bells was the pattern, right? Oh, it's the Santa Underground Operation. Backdoor Santa. Good song. Some people like clothes. You know, the older you get. Wow. This is, I forgot about this part. This is well done. Is that Belushi singing? Him and his brother, I guess. That's right. Yeah, he can sing. This is actually beyond well done. And this is, the surreal breakdown that I remember is scary. Although the next part gets even more violent. I remember as a kid thinking, like, why is everyone out there evil that Arnie has to come up against? I mean, just pay it, bro. Mm. Gotta be sweating in that costume too. Ooh. Thug is a racist term, sir. I mean, Arnold would kill them. Could literally rip your arm out of its socket. And then, shit on the ground and fling it at you. Instead, we got a Looney Tunes it. Yep. Brian Setzer, right on time. America still loved its swing music, didn't they? Stray Cats, though, were a punk outfit, right? And then did rockabilly. Big Show. Yeah, someone as physically as intimidating as Arnie. He's throwing his best punches too. But Arnold's, he's older, but he's still in great shape. He didn't gas from that. Most of us would have gassed. Is that Vern? There's Vern. Vern. Oh, I'm glad Vern had the career he did. He really nailed it as Mini Me. Honestly, now that I'm thinking about it, there's quite a lot of very successful little person actors. And you might think, you know, that was all limited just to bit roles, but I've seen a few serious ones too, that I thought were actually really good, and you should check them out. Maybe you already have seen them, but of course, there's Warwick. We have Vern and the guy from Seinfeld here, and then there's the guy from Game of Thrones. I'm so bad at remembering names. If you haven't figured that out, that's one of my major fallacies and why I have to have Wikipedia up to remind myself who people are in terms of the cast. I can remember everything they've done, but. And a previous episode, we just watched In Bruges together, and another short person actor I thought did okay, but I remembered it being funnier. I remember it being a different performance, more kind of outlandish, and it wasn't really that. That movie's, though, a tragedy, though, I'd say. And this is Blue Eyes. Mickey Blue Eyes, dining car, yeah. But it's Frankie Blue Eyes. Only in my dream. Ooh, yeah. Who are these women throwing themselves at him? Single dad of the suburbs? Maybe that should be my angle. I'll adopt a fatty and then hit on all the the wives. Yep. It does do wonders sometimes. Don't sit and hate things, speak about it. I bet that's a cup full of shaving cream. Old buddy? Old buddy? I think anybody's ever seriously called their friend old buddy, much less their child. You should have said, "What's up, dude?" Old sport. Yeah, that's that liar, liar, workaholic angle, right? That's the connection. And I think they were very close to the same year. Liar, liar was definitely after this, but it has the same energy. You motherfucker! Now, those of you coming back to see this film, born after the year 2000, etc., you don't know what Arnold was. Arnold was an unstoppable masculine killing machine. So for him to play this role was like shocking. Oh, he can be sensitive and delicate and humorous. And he'd done, comedic turns. Ooh, be a lot better if you had a joint. There you go. Old Homestead. Hell yeah, brother. A little more. Why are you throwing yourself in the same boat as him? But I guess they did screw it up. Oh, yeah. How oddly prophetic. Mm. No. Jesus. Okay, enough with the gun obsessed cop bullshit. Now, see, he's mail delivery, not the USPS. Mm. So here we go into Act 3. End of Act 2. Set up Act 3. Oh, prophetic. I wonder if they gave that child whiskey. God, assault charge number 4 or 5 here. Jesus. Diner owner would. He's gonna kill him. Look at those eyes. Wabasha. He doesn't give a shit about his broken phone booth. Maybe he's just the cook or whatever, but ooh. And Sinbad runs terribly, so yeah, and he's in shape. Arnold jogs. Look at him. Having a good time. I like a jog. I don't do accents also, as you may have picked up on, but with Arnold you have to try. You have to keep going. I can do Arnold if I get excited. Yeah. Oh. Now look, not all people who are wearing headphones have a mustache and a ponytail. Just a lot of us. I got, I got a madman. Yeah, thank you for once. You can't just break in. I mean, yeah, the insanity of his rage is also, yep, deranged moment. Yeah, I mean, well, you're going to jail for a long time. Arnold's probably going to jail for a shorter amount of time, but it won't be figured out till later. There's that old buddy shit again. Great eyes. Now, again, Arnold should murder him in self defense. Again, we're the cops. At this point, there'd be enough reports, they would escalate this. He gripped at it. I like that part. Yeah, thank you. Now, there'd be enough complaints from the mall to the diner to whatever that uproarious, like, oh, all the tapes, man. Santa fight, choking a woman. Yeah, no, shoot. That cop, that's the only good cop in the city, first off. Now you're definitely going to the fucking jail. Yeah, brother, man. Bang, shot through the head. Catches the package before it hits the ground. I mean, Arnold ran away too. You're now literally both going to jail for a decade or more. Yeah, I mean, it's not like they got very far. um, uh, Forgot about this part. Wow, what a dark turn. Now, they'd all be dead with the explosion that loud, or deaf, or knocked out, or dead, dead, all of them dead. So Sinbad literally just killed, 15 cops on top of all the other crimes they've been through. Damn, it's not LA again, but Minnesota has some crime, don't they? Great cast on her. Um, yeah, I forgot about this actual bomb. And of course, it's a cartoon, so they all survive. But Jesus Christ, if this movie was a little more grounded in reality, the body count would be quite high already. I thought they were playing that on the radio, but okay. It's a really low move by Arnold, though, ultimately, huh? Yeah, she's not into you. Now, again, Ted must get that a lot, being such a suburban male whore. Yeah, pretty low. But again, you did kill 15 cops today. Or you didn't, but, a bomb went off. You're not even fazed by any of that. Ugh. Drop the package. Drop the package, and you could excuse this. Yeah. Drop the package, Arnold. What a dumb maneuver. It was burning just fine where it was. God. None of them could see that going on behind that thin pane of glass. I mean, why are you still holding the package? Wrong. They hit Rita with that soft smoke light, don't they? See? Soft light. Ooh. Ted, you unctuous bitch. At least someone's bitching his physique. It's a nice fake reindeer they have for the snorting, I think. God. Just like he knocked out that camel. Yeah, that's got to be a fake one. Mm. Now Arnold is a proud owner of a mini horse and a mini donkey, and I don't think he would ever dream of striking his equine friend, his ungulant best pals. I guess. Unhand me. Ugh. Again, what a awesome drawing. Maybe you should encourage that side. You really captured my traps well in that rendering, son. I mean, my God, that's where they live. There's a little lake right there, a little river. Some high class suburbs. Again, this is all rich people's problems. You have a great home. You have rich, fancy cars. You can do whatever you want. And if Also, stop for a second. Thinking of the breadwinner situation, right? If he's so hardworking and earned that money, and he's known for not showing up on these things, but rightfully so, because he's earning the money so that they can live this life. How hard is it for her to go pick up the fucking doll while he's at school? It's quite an ordeal, isn't it? In a one-horse open sleigh, over the hills we go, laughing all the way, ha ha ha, bells on bobtails ring, making merry ride, oh what fun it is. I should look up these lyrics and go caroling. Oh look, it's Barbie, y'all. Bert and Ernie. Damn, Barbie drives that? Barbie's sick Corvette, man. She should bring that back in the movie. Oh, the Tick. What's up? Patrick Warburton. Mm, if only it was Mike Byers' Cat in the Hat. Well, let's see. He was what, half a block from the parade? Good idea, Arnold. No need to get snippy with the fucking cab driver. This is called gaslighting, by the way. Perfect example. Liz is too smart for this. And far too tolerant too. You need to draw a line with men quickly. It's much too forward. Punch him in the face of the dick. Run away. Or better just say, shut the fuck up, Ted. Go away. Get off me. You sick, nasty fuck. I'm not into you. Mm. Does that work, women? Ladies, right in. Yeah, why is she so polite and tolerant of this? Yeah, he's touching her a lot. Now, all you would have to do is say, stop it, and then he's immediately crossing a line. She's not saying that, though, for some reason. She's sitting there with him. I mean, he'd be blinded. That was hot coffee. We heard it sizzle. It was in his eyes. We should have seen more pain. Plus, he was just in a bomb explosion. What, this morning? There we go. Well, he gets his comeuppance quick. Comeuppance quick. This poor man, dude. Survivor of a insane bomb attack. And that's a major plot, hole, but whatever. I'm the guy. I don't think you'd be okay with that. Even if you were, you're in the guild, right? Security is number one. That doesn't exist. Mm. Booger. Ouch. Mm. An homage or a take on nouveau directors in Hollywood at the time. He's got a distinct voice. You guys will know him as Snot for what, 15, 18 years on American Dad? But Booger from Revenge of the Nerds. I mean, yeah, if there's ever anyone built to play this role, amazing the costume fits perfectly. Special edition. I wonder if that was really Booger in there the whole time. Probably not, right? Got a guy just doing flips on a trampoline. And one final fuck you from Sinbad. Well, ultimate gift, right, for the kid. What a set. It's so slow. Something bad has to happen, right? Why didn't he go to the boy? You can't tell that's your dad. I mean, I would know immediately that's my dad. Come on now. Well, I mean, we had a bomb go off, so why not grappling hooks in front of families and children? How did Sinbad know how to do any of that? Come on. Wow. Yeah, I mean, he could whoop Myron's ass. It's still Arnold. Booster Booger sounds also like Gilbert Gottfried. See previous episode on Bill Bellamy's How to Be a Player, which may come out after this, depending on how I edit it. But see that episode. It's the end of the world as we know it. It's the end of the world as we know it, and I feel fine. God, I mean, yeah, they wouldn't equip him with something that shot so fast and metal discs that could blind or kill people in the audience. I would have asked for an enhanced cod piece myself. A little gold on there. Yeah. Ooh, fuck. Right in the balls, dude. No, obviously he doesn't. Wouldn't they stop the production? Nobody has oversight into this. The cop's right there. Although it was 96, we were still a little less traumatized as a nation about mass shootings and mass bombings. It was rare. And bombings are down because we cut the access to the materials that make such things possible. We used to sell TNT at like Home Depot or the equivalent, right? Back in the 70s. So you realize that people can't be trusted with things, you stop doing it. I haven't done that with guns for some reason. Not to get preachy on y'all, but it's just the real question is why? Mm. Well, he's dead, you know. And also that amount of power cannot be just concealed in him for this long. Stop motion kind of capture there. Now, jetpacks did exist throughout the 90s, and if you want an interesting take on it, listen to an episode of the podcast called The Dollop. And I believe the episode is like Jetpacks in America or something. It's quite a tale. Yeah, I mean, the fire, come on now. Back to the magic realism. Oh, why is it got to be a black person's house, right? Jesus. All right, yeah, Arnold would be dead. I mean, his brain would collapse. Also, this, yeah, he'd be dead from that. His head already would have been reduced to a pancake. Kid hanging at the edge with a villain pursuing. Little True Lies. All right, that was all way too much to take in, but it fits with the film. It's charming. And, that's where your 60 mil went. Those special effects right there. That and his salary. And damn, Anakin was in this film, big ass budget, right? And then in Star Wars, big ass budget. That can't be the typical experience of an actor, much less a shit eating kid actor, of which all kid actors are. Not saying he is in Solo. Rita's character is so underdeveloped. A stay at home mom without a job. It's got to be one of the most idiotically boring character types you can have. And hey, women of America, can we start socializing this, please? I mean, the voice modulation is doing nothing. Is doing nothing. I mean, come on, what kind of Clark Kent bullshit is that, right? Howard, you can see him naked every night. Why would you? Again, what is this stupidity? He bench presses in his sleep. Good line. Mm. He's gonna change jobs. And the bomb. Why are you mentioning the bomb? And how was the bomb not known around the city? They would have postponed the parade post bomb, right? I mean, protocol was not in place for such events. It is now. That's why we can't have nice things like ultra dangerous. Tension, arrest that man. He gave police a bomb. No, all I wanted was peace on earth and goodwill towards men. And sometimes towards women. Oh, my son. Ugh, see, her character sucks. God, pisses me off. Like, let her go fuck Ted. Who cares, man? You can do better. I mean, yeah, your dad happens to be a super jacked fucking maniac who can pass as Turbo Man physically. It's a $3 million house now, depending what neighborhood it is. Maybe as much as 10 if the yard's big and it's in, again, right next to Prince. R.I.P., baby. That's one long Christmas Eve, too, huh? That was like morning to afternoon. One big day. Maybe I should suck your dick. Do you... Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean, cute, but... Sudden ending. Anyway, what do I complain about? This is one of the best Christmas films of all time. It's fun. This transfer is great. The music's great. The score is great. The big budget special effects are on the screen. It's crazy. It's wild. It's got a great supporting cast. It's well edited. Just kudos all around, you know? It's not too depressing. It's not too funny. It borderlines on getting really dark with the whole bomb thing. Okay, I didn't know that was pretty fucking dark for like a few seconds there until they reveal the Looney Tunes like escape they had, looking like, you know, Daffy getting shot with a shotgun, but only having a black soot covered face. You know, there's an innocence here that I think you could get away with in the 90s that I don't think you can get away with now. And I know, god damn, that's a comment that you'll either immediately agree with or you'll take umbrage with, and then you'll try to argue something, or you'll just say, oh, you're getting old. And I am. And maybe that's it. But I like things older than me, and I don't like anything after a certain point. And I'm still open to it. You know, I like aspects of things and I like some things. Okay, it's not a hard and fast rule, but far and away, I wouldn't tolerate something like this. In the same way I don't tolerate the $300 million fucking blockbuster type films being made today. And I'm not sure what's changed. They're just too fake. And this one's pretty bad, pretty fake. But this is what begat those. And I didn't really like this. That said, this one couldn't live. Anything with Arnold in it in the 90s, and anything this well shot, and the footage of legends, these great actors they've all put in the cast. But, you know, particularly the kind of the lead, and I guess Sinbad, you know, thinking about his role here, it's not too bad, although there's no reason for Arnold to forgive him, right? You know? Anyway, enough blathering on here. I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas, you know, and as you're enjoying your Christmas Eve, you stop and take a moment, not for anything in specificity, not to get preachy or saccharine. And definitely not to get religious. Just take a moment to breathe. And whatever else happens as we get this solo guitar happens. S'more rolls, baby. Let's just listen together for a second. I'm going to go put on Christmas jazz. You'll do the same.